Hey there, Martian designers, and welcome to the channel. I'm DP, and today we're going to be talking about the landing page of Adobe.com, and we are going to be redesigning it because, hey, for whatever reason, it doesn't look too good. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like Adobe products. I use their software every day, but for a company that is all about design know-how, I really think they need to lead by example in this case. So let's take a look. We're going to pick it apart and we're going to redesign it a bit using all your favorite Adobe software. And let's see if we can't make it a whole lot better with just a little design know-how. So stick around and you might just learn something. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this is the landing page for Adobe.com as of today, which I have faithfully recreated in Adobe XD so I can work on it. At the top, we have an important message bar in blue, the main nav bar with the logo in white, followed by the hero area callout, and then 3 promos, and then finally the footer at the bottom, so it's a relatively simple page. The first thing I'm noticing is this red, white, and blue motif going on here at the top. It sort of looks a little bicentennial, and I'm not sure that was Adobe's intention. I also think there's too much red on the page in general, and red can be tricky as a brand color because it's super strong and it has all sorts of negative connotations like warning signs and alerts. So in this case, I would use red as an accent color and use neutral colors for the interface. If I want to pop some color on this page, I think photos might be just the thing. So this blue bar at the top, I'm just going to take that out since it's not a permanent fixture and I don't want the color affecting my design decisions moving forward. Also, I'm not really feeling this white nav bar, which strikes me as super stark and antiseptic, and I see Adobe having a richer look here, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn it to black and reverse everything on top to white. I'm also going to get rid of these drop-down indicator arrows just to clean things up a bit. I don't think they're needed, though some UX people might disagree. I think users can figure it out once they roll over or select these items. Now in terms of the logo, I'm just going to turn it to white and remove the red altogether. It's a more modern look for these guys, and I think I could make a strong case for it, but that's for another video. So I see the red area of the hero here surrounds the 3 promos, which makes them look like they're all related to the hero message in some way, when in fact they're not. So I'm just going to reduce the red here and give this some separation, making the areas more distinct and creating some much needed white space around these 3 promos. If I could only make one adjustment to this page, this would be it. I'm just going to remove this red color field here and replace it with a placeholder color for now, as it's too strong and it's really hurting my eyes while I'm designing. Now these 3 promos here are okay, but the layout is pretty formulaic and the elements could be more integrated. I'm going to keep the first 2 images but replace the third as it's kind of unclear as to what it means. Let's go on the assumption that they all need to have equal prominence. Well, I think there are other ways to do that still keep the visual weight equal among the 3. So here we see the promos bleed out to the edge of the page, giving them a splashier, more impactful look. The first 2 are higher on the page, but the third takes up more real estate, so the visual weight of the 3 equals out. In the first promo, I made the cloud graphic smaller, and I filled up the rest of the space with a ghosted back version that serves to lead your eye around that promo. For the second, I added some background image to the photo so I could move the woman to the left, where the direction of her gaze leads into the copy. For the third, I added a more relevant image where the finger guides your eye right to the headline. I also made sure to mix left aligned with center text and added different CTA text in the buttons to add some variety. Now let's take a look at this messaging in the hero. I think what it's trying to say here is that you can work with your Adobe Acrobat documents seamlessly across all your devices. But this is not a quick read, and you only have a few seconds to capture your audience's attention. The graphic here is hard to figure out because it's trying to say too much all at once, and the body copy is not supporting the main message. Personally, I think this dash and period in a 2-word headline creates clutter, but I think we can remove those things and still say the same thing. And let's add work seamlessly across all your devices to the copy. Now let's make this whole hero area much lighter so there's contrast against the dark header bar and callouts below. Now I'm just going to clean things up a bit in this area and find a new visual to replace this graphic. I decided to go with an illustration here because it oftentimes works better than a photo for conveying complex messages. You also need to be careful about showing actual devices here, as it can quickly start looking like a promo for those devices and not for the software itself. This illustration can also be animated to show a more in-depth process if need be. I added an eyebrow here so the user can immediately know what the promo is about, a larger headline, and a better hierarchy for these two CTAs. I also used a light gradient in the background, as pure white can be really too stark. Now let's look at the footer, which I think is fine, but we really don't need these lines everywhere. We just need to clean it up a bit and let the empty space define the separations. So here's before, and here's after. Hey ho! So there you go, folks. I think the redesign came out pretty good and user-friendly. I'll be posting more design videos in the near future, so hit that subscribe button below and keep designing. I'm out.